Hey everybody, Justin here. Just finished up week 38 of 52 Kinds of Love, and here's how it went. So week 38 was dedicated to Ryan and Andrea, and there's a little TV there because kind of back in the spring, wintertime, they had asked me to help move their TV along with a couple other guys and their couches and kind of develop some feng shui in their place. They'd recently got married. First big TV purchase, and wanted to set the room right. So they had a couple people over with appetizers and stuff like that, and that was just at a point where I was like rebuilding this this friendship with Ryan and building anew this friendship with Andrea. And I had known Ryan through kind of a happenstance at college. We were waiting for classes, and in between the two buildings, he noticed a Ninja Turtle shirt that I had on. We started commenting about that. He gave me his screen name. It was back in the day of AOL Instant Messenger, and wrote down Ryan Turtles fan or something like that after it. And then we never talked, but we did come across each other at a party through a mutual friend down the road. And as soon as that happened, he gave me and my friends all nicknames. And those nicknames have stuck to this day, so that's been kind of funny. And then through other circumstances and Frisbee and other connections of friends, Ryan's just kind of resurfaced over the time. Andrea and I just decided at a New Year's party or some get-together in the spring, just, you know what, we're going to be friends. Yep, from here on, we're going to be friends. So I just like that it was just a decision we made to hang out more, to have dinners and things like that. So one of the things we did this week was we had a dinner, so we all kind of made little parts to that. I went over to their house, and we had a great dinner, and we enjoyed the sunshine outside. And what was kind of neat about Ryan and Andrea's week is, like, right from the get-go, they just told me all the things that they wanted to do and get done. So as opposed to me having to think up of ideas of how to spread the love, they just said, here's stuff that we've been putting off, here's stuff that we've been meaning to do, let's do it. So Ryan had a stain in his car. I also happened to have a stain in my car, so we're like, all right, let's scrub it out. So we went over there, we're scrubbing our cars and knocking one thing off the list. Ryan also talked about how his desk, his office, was kind of a mess, and kind of wanted to gain some of that sanity back. You have control when everything's in order, so we're hashing things out. We're putting all the mailing stuff on this side and the files on this side, and getting rid of whole drawers and reorganizing things for where they're the most easy accessible location, and all that kind of stuff. And learning to let go of other things that you probably held on to for way too long and you don't necessarily need. Like 3,000 labels, Ryan. I'm glad we made that decision. Yeah, so it was a great night of dinner and crossing things off the list. And they were telling me stories about when they just went to California, and I had given them some advice for visiting Yosemite. So they told me some Yosemite stories when they were out there, and how that went, and how they got in free to Disney World, and a lot of other fun stuff. Andrea and I, over the course of the week, we had a phone call, and we talked about being efficient with our time. So instead of just listening to music on the way into work, can you listen to an audiobook? Can you listen to a TED Talk? Ryan does that sometimes. So Andrea and I talked about multitasking and going into work with the right mindset and feeling productive already on the way into work, or going in with a bit of inspiration, or having a positive mindset already just because of what you've listened to in the morning. So I didn't listen to the radio after that conversation with Andrea, and then it was kind of followed up with Ryan saying that he listens to a lot of TED Talks. So just decided, hey, I don't need the radio in the morning. Let's go ahead and be a little bit more productive. What else? Andrea does a spinning class, and I've always wanted to do a spinning class, so I have that on my list for this week to try to cross off. She's got a couple classes that she does that she teaches, so I'm going to go ahead and do a spinning class in the next week or two here and see how that goes. And other than that, I was just really excited because Ryan and Andrea always have a positive vibe, and they're always trying to include people, and they're always just filling their life with productive and meaningful things, and they're always hosting people at their house. They always want and have an activity to go to. They're like tough people to get a hold of a lot of the times. You look at their calendar for the week, and it's just scribbles of everything that that they want to include in activities to do. So it was nice of them to make time and to really be active about what they wanted to have happen for this week. And Ryan and I have talked a lot about 52 kinds of love over the weeks, and how to find that in other people, and how to get excited about that, and how to make it your own thing. Like, no one has to do 52 kinds of love for me to feel like this is going to be some great thing that spreads. I'm just doing this because I feel like I need to remake some connections, and I feel like I can add depth to a lot of the connections that I already have and things like that. So this was just one of the instances where I got to add layer upon layer to our friendship and make it stronger for in the future, and show appreciation for them for the week, and take time out and make phone calls even if everything doesn't work out perfect, or you can't squeeze somebody in for 1 hour in between the time you get home and the time you have dinner and the time you have to go to this other thing. Just make a phone call and talk a little bit and reconnect. So that was kind of the big reminder for me for the week was, it only takes a little bit to show people that you have gratitude and that you're blessed and thankful for them. So go ahead and make sure that happens. Alrighty, heading into the next week. It will be dedicated to teachers. Check out why I put teachers there, why there's a little spiral notebook, and see how the week goes. Bye. Peace. 52 kinds of love.